Hey everyone, welcome back to Shade Review. In today's video, we are reviewing the Ray-Ban RB2204 sunglasses. But first off, thank today's video sponsor, our own website, shadereviewstore.com, the absolute best place to buy designer sunglasses, just like these up to 80% off the original MSRP. Again, the website there is shadereviewstore.com. Check it out. So let's go ahead and pop the sunglasses on face and talk about the dimensions. These have 51mm lenses and a 20mm bridge. And it's really cool and interesting kind of round styling to them. They are very, very similar to the original Ray-Ban Erica that I reviewed in a previous video. Those are definitely one of Ray-Ban's top frames as far as most bought. And those frames actually have 54mm lenses and an 18mm bridge. So the dimensions are definitely larger on the Erica and smaller on these frames. And another big difference is the Erica have a metal temple and kind of rubberized temple tips that go around the ear, where these are completely made out of an acetate material. So the fronts are made out of acetate and the temples are made of acetate, where the Erica again are made out of a metal temple and then nylon frames that are sometimes coated with that rubberized material. Now, as far as the exact colorway that I'm wearing in today's video, these have Ray-Ban's polished black on transparent acetate frames, and then the lenses are Ray-Ban's green G15 polarized lens, and they are an all glass lens, so the optical clarity here is really good. And I'll give you guys a quick little look of that clear acetate and how that looks on the backside. Definitely really interesting. You can even see the clear on the temples and the nose rest as well. Actually, the majority of the frame is completely clear, but I would say about 5% or less is actually the black acetate here, so it definitely adds a really cool and interesting look. Now, as far as weight goes on these frames, they are relatively lightweight, coming in at only 31 grams, which is pretty lightweight for an all acetate pair of frames with all glass lenses. So definitely you can wear these frames for long periods of time without any discomfort. As far as styling goes, they feature a really good look to them that are going to fit most people's faces really well, unless you have a really big face, in which case these frames would not fit you too well. They do have the iconic keyhole style bridge there as well, and then these high temples that are connected to the top of the frame, adding that kind of modern style to them. Now these frames are actually made in China, so they say Ray-Ban T polarized here in the inner right temple, and then the inner right ear, as we can see, it does say made in China. However, this pair of frames is actually built really, really nice. They have 3-barrel all metal hinges and a metal stem that does run all the way through the frames, and they just feel very good. There aren't any squeaks or cracking or anything like that on these frames. They just feel very, very solid, very similar to what you'd expect in a pair of Italian Ray-Ban sunglasses. My biggest complaint as far as build quality goes on these frames is the hinge. They are 3-barrel hinges and they are all metal, but they have just a little bit of kind of like a grinding feel. Not much at all, but just a little bit. They aren't perfectly smooth like a lot of the Italian made ones. If I really wanted to, I could take off the temples and kind of polish the inside of the hinge, and it'd probably make it feel a little bit better and a little bit more smooth. And if that's my only complaint here, I think that Ray-Ban's acetate Chinese frames are getting a lot better. Now again, if we pop these frames on the face, we can see they have really good styling. We can see they do say Ray-Ban P on the lens painted on there, which is there for authentication purposes. We can also see a little etched RB logo there in the middle left of the lens, left corner. And then the top right corners of the frames, we can see they do have a small raised Ray-Ban logo, which is really small and discreet. It isn't too loud or annoying. It's just kind of there and classy and pretty nice. Now, as far as lenses go, these have very nice and premium all glass lenses, and the clarity of these is really good. They're also going to have very good scratch resistance because they are glass as well, and they do have a very nice anti-reflective material on the back side of the lens, which is going to help reduce sunlight coming in and bouncing off the lens at an angle, causing eye discomfort. So definitely a very premium and nice high quality lens here. Now, as far as coverage from the sun goes, unfortunately with their kind of round lenses, they are not going to offer very good coverage from the sun. So here up top, we can see there's a massive gap that lets sunlight in unprotected, and then here on the sides again, there's a massive gap that does let sunlight in unprotected. So overall, not very good coverage from the sun, which is definitely a little bit disappointing, but not surprising considering the shape of these frames. And now, as far as pricing goes, unfortunately, these frames are priced pretty expensively, with non-polarized pairs coming in at around $186, and then polarized pairs coming in at $221. So it's definitely very expensive. And I say this is very expensive because these frames are completely made in China. And of course, the cost of labor and living is significantly less in China. That's why companies make a lot of things there. And because of that, they can make these frames for, a lot cheaper than they could if they made them in Italy. So basically, they're making a lot more money per pair of sunglasses by making these in China than they would if they made them in Italy. So I would like to see some of that reflected on the price tag. I'd like $20 off, $25 off, $40 off. We know Ray-Ban is making a lot more money on these frames profit every single time you buy a pair and it's made in China than the ones made in Italy because of the reasons that we already talked about. So definitely kind of annoying as far as that goes. And I'm definitely biased here, but for the price that we have these available for on our website, it definitely does make sense, and you don't feel nearly as bad for buying a pair of Ray-Bans that are made in China versus a pair of Ray-Bans made in Italy. So if you are interested, I'm going to leave a link in the description down below directly to my website. But if you still want to check out Ray-Ban's official website, where they have them, mostly at full price, but in every single colorway, I'm going to leave a link in the description down below to Ray-Ban's website as well, so you can check that out. But overall, definitely a decent pair of frames, very high quality, and just pretty nice and lightweight, and good styling, just good, easy pair of Ray-Bans, and nothing too crazy about this particular pair, the RB2204. Well, let me know what you think about this pair of sunglasses in the comment section down below. Do you own a pair? What do you think about them being made in China? All your thoughts down below. Definitely make sure to leave them, and then I'll try to respond to all the comments in the comment section down below as well. We can start a conversation there. But that's it for the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give me a big thumbs up down below, and of course, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and then you'll be notified every single time I upload a brand new video just like this one to my YouTube channel. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.